All right, everybody, we are back for it. Finally, it's arrived. Dun, 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 dun. And I know I'm off. No, this is Star Wars Day at Here to Collect. We're going to look at lightsabers. We're going to look at heights. We're going to look at skin tones. We're going to look at lightsaber colors. We're going to maybe even bring a few comparisons in, but let's have some fun. We're here to collect, and this is Star Wars Day. I actually should have said wizard. All right, guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, SQD Will. We are here to collect. We know you are too. Thanks so much for all the love you're giving us on this channel, guys and gals. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us also on Instagram and on Whatnot at Here to Collect SQD. Guys and gals, geez, can I speak right? Guys and gals, we're going to get into it. We have opened a few of these. This is over the course of 3 months. All the Star Wars Black Series we have purchased from 2024 into 2025. I would say last quarter 2024 into 2025. This is what we found at retail. This is what we purchased. I believe actually we found everything at retail. So except for, well, the Mafex here. But we're not going to actually review the Mafex today. We'll do a standalone review for that. We got to get in depth on that figure because there's a lot of Lukes to look at. There's a lot of goodness to look at. It kind of completes kind of the Ahsoka as well, kind of line of Mafex. So you got the Mandalorian, you got the Mando, you got the Ahsoka, you got the I always want to say Sabine. Bo-Katan. We got the Bo-Katan, we got the Luke now. So with that said, we just wanted to bring it out there. Stay tuned for that. It's coming soon. And let's get into this, guys and gals. What we'll do is we're going to start by looking at some of the light side first, then we'll look at some of the dark side, then we're going to open up a few figures and we'll show you right out of the packaging. We're not going to go over accessories or anything like that, but let's get started and we'll see you on the flip side. All right, everybody, again, we're going to start with kind of quasi the light side to start here. And, you know, guys and gals, I know the Black Series, Hasbro Star Wars Black Series figures have been getting a lot of flack in social media, a lot of disgruntled fans out there, and I think that's with Star Wars and the IP overall. Now, this is not going to be a bash show or anything like that, but we will point out constructively some of the issues that we're having, at least with these figures in our collection, if there are any. Now, most of these figures we haven't really had an issue with. This is why we bought them, and they look pretty decent for Star Wars Black Series stuff. I think Star Wars Black Series has come a long way. I've collected the line, wow, pretty, when Toys R Us just started getting out of business, going out of business. So, like, I've been there through the worst and some of the best. But, guys and gals, I gotta say this, probably this day and age, 2025 is going to be the best year yet for Black Series. I just have a feeling about it, especially seeing that Luke. It's not the best, obviously, but again, they've made significant improvements. Also, just wanted to fill you in. I do collect some select TVC as well, guys. You saw my collection. So, like, we have this Leia here. I do have a Captain Rex here as well. I see a lot of improvements headed in that area as well. You know, guys, I mean, hopefully, you know, the team can get a little bit more organized, a little bit more coherent, a little bit more on the pulse of what us fans and collectors want rather than what Disney wants. I know they have to obviously appease the holder of their IP, etc. But at the same time, I feel as though that, you know, us fans, we need to also be taken into consideration. With all that said, let's get into looking at some of these figures, guys and gals. Sorry, I'm going to move the camera over just a little bit. Just again, we're a little uncensored. Now, light or dark, we don't know, but here we go. We got Shin Hate with the cloak. Now, this was a straight up re-release. I don't know actually if there's much different from this figure. You know, I did bring out her original release. I have not actually done the swapping of the legs. I'm gonna have to do that eventually. I feel as though this figure is a straight up re-release. I don't see much different on it. I was hoping that they would have at least adjusted the height, but as you can see here, they did not do that, unfortunately, Hasbro. So you're also getting, now, these lightsabers look orange now, but they totally looked red before. Now, obviously, I think this one is slightly more orange, but this one is a little less clearer than this, the plastic. So maybe that's the purpose of it. And even Balin's looks a little more orange in the light than it would have if I didn't have light on it. It looks more red. So I don't know, guys. I know Shin has the height problems. I hope they remedy this. I'm gonna try to do the fix-up. I know there's a lot of stuff online about the fix-up. What did you guys do? Did you even buy this figure? I was not even gonna buy this figure, but the cloak looks good on her. I like cloaked figures. I like the incorporation of soft and firmer goods on a figure, and the cloaks, in my opinion, with the Black Series, have gotten better and better throughout time. Now, we do have Balin as well here, and as you can see, if you put him next to pretty much anyone, he is way shorter than he should be, unfortunately, especially next to Shin, and even probably next to a lot of the stormtroopers and stuff like that, the night troopers. I did like the way they did this Balin, though. I do like his facial sculpt. I think it looks great. Again, I do like the cloak as well. I'm a sucker for this stuff. This kind of gives me a little bit of like, oops, sorry about that, guys. So sort of Lord of the Ring-ish. I don't want to say that, but like sort of Lord of the Ring-ish vibes. Like even here with like kind of the emblem on here, it's very, very knight-like. I like it. I like Balin in this show. I think he's a cool character. I think there's still a lot to be known about these characters. So anyway, again, this is kind of like a placeholder for me. Yeah, didn't pay full price for either of these. So I mean, again, it's a situation where I think it was just a waiting game, and I was like, okay, I needed a Balin for my shelf. I didn't have one, and then there he was, and so I figured I'd pick one up with the cloak than rather have one without. But again, two figures that need some improvements. However, I think the next ones we look at are pretty spot on, guys, and you can let me know. I was really attracted to these two in the show too. Again, a lot of mystery behind who they are, what they're doing, and there still are. I guess we're gonna have to wait until we see season 2, and then obviously the Mando and Grogu movie. Speaking of the Mando and Grogu movie, we did get an updated IG-11, or as they're saying, IG-12 now, with Grogu. And guys, I thought this was one of the more fun figures of last year. I definitely enjoyed this figure, Star Wars Black Series. Again, it have some wonky elements in it. Like, yes, I mean, his posing isn't the best still, and they just can't get this right for some reason. I mean, they got it. It's not terrible. It's obviously a huge upgrade than the previous droid releases of this, with this body mold and this type. But at the same time, it's still, as you can see right here, difficult to stand. Difficult to also bend the knees and stuff on this figure. Now, obviously, droids don't bend their knees very much, I would say. But at the same time, it's still a little bit difficult for movement and posability. So again, I don't know what they're going to do, but I did like a lot of the paint apps on here. I did also love that, I don't like it was a deluxe, obviously, but I did love that they came with the Anzellans, which was cool. So you get a little Anzellan action, and the Anzellans look great. I mean, up close, they look fantastic, guys. Here, I mean, I could put that up there. They look great. They're detailed, man. They painted them really well. They did a good job on these little figures. So I mean, again, attention to detail, I think, is something lacking in overall the Black Series, and they've done a better job of recent days of this attention to detail and capturing like the Anzellans and just, gosh, the little just different colors and washes in there and dry brushing and stuff. I mean, it's pretty impressive, I have to admit. For an add-on accessory, because that's what I would call the Anzellans, for this IG 12, I should say, Yeah, not bad. And then obviously I love all the nice detail here in the head. It's shiny, it's almost silver metallic. You have these hints of bronze and stuff, and then you have more of a matte finish here. Love the figure, looks great. Love Grogu in it, he looks good. Even these little levers can be moved around, and you know, you could try to get him to kind of pose them. Guys, I think this is a great figure. Was it worth the $35 original retail price? No, I'd much rather pay $10. Now, I did not pay $10 for this figure, just an FYI. I did buy it at full price because, or no, I bought it with a coupon. Sorry, I bought it with a coupon because I just wanted it, so I like it. If I like something, guys, I will just pick it up. I will support it if I think it's good or near, good or better or near perfect. I'll pick it up. I'll support, obviously, Hasbro and their endeavors. But again, you got to give me what I like, or I'm going to wait. I'll just wait it out. A lot of stuff I did wait out, and I just want to throw in these as an example. I got these at Ollie's, man. This is a great figure. This Dengar figure is highly detailed. I mean, there's just so much intricate detail. And I love the team there at Star Wars Black Series that does aliens and kind of different bodies and stuff like that. Like, more like human alien bodies, because the attention to detail they get on this stuff is incredible. And again, Dengar is just amazing, and he's one of those kind of, like, obviously he's a human, but he's so covered up that you wouldn't be able to tell. And I think that they kind of mask that very well. Like, they do a good job. Like, there's no likeness issue here. He looks pretty spot on. He looks really good, actually. So I got this, at Ollie's, $10. Again, some of these figures I did. No, that was the only one I got at Ollie's of these. Yeah, because these were all original releases. So that was the only Ollie's one I picked up. I also, I believe, have the Inquisitorial, the Fifth Brother, something like that. So anyway, next up. Now this was a very controversial character too, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Never a very big fan in the prequels, but still, obviously, as you can see, a very important Jedi. Again, he's an alien, and they do that the best. I feel the alien sculpts and just in general, the Hasbro Black Series team just does so well. And even his head and the wrinkling and stuff like that, they just did an incredible job. Even the hair here, the Jedi robe looks great as well. Very clean in design. The saber looks good. Very, very just a great figure all in all. So he's going to go on the Jedi shelf, in the prequel shelf, and I'm very happy to have him. Not much bad things to say about this figure. Really, really loved it. I mean, again, guys, if you're just getting into Star Wars Black Series, or maybe you've been thinking about it, this is a must buy. I think if you're looking to kind of do a Jedi shelf or a prequel shelf. So Ki-Adi-Mundi came out. Yeah, he's looking good. No issues there, in my opinion. As perfect figure as you're gonna get. And then this Ahsoka, we found this on a toy hunt, guys. You're gonna watch our channel for predominantly probably toy hunts, but if you watch it for more, I loved this Ahsoka the White. I mean, this figure isn't. This could be better than. And I took out the SH Figure Arts, because I think the face scan on this actually is far superior to that. I really do. And I do like the skin color too. I think the skin color on this is a lot better as well. This is just a really banger Ahsoka figure, guys. I mean, Ahsoka the White, they really, really nailed it. And just for comparison's sake, I did bring out, now she's cloth, but the Mafex, version of this. And you can see, like, the Mafex is just a little too orangey, if you can see that. Compared to the skin tone on the Black Series, and it's just a little has a hint of more orange. I kind of don't want to remove this hood because it's placed so well. But if you can see that, you could see that in the light up there. See how orangey that is? And this one is just a little lighter. So this has a little bit of more of a darker tone of orange in it, and this one's just a little lighter, and she just looks great. I love the blue here. I love the painting. I love the shininess of the silver. I mean, this face sculpt is incredible. I think they did a great job. I love the outfit. I just love this figure. I think they nailed it. I think the team just nailed it up there. There goes IG and Grogu. But you know, you can see height comparisons, some basic comparisons right in front of you there of the two. And again, like I said, for the Ahsoka the White, I really love that head sculpt. I really love that head sculpt. It looks, in my opinion, it looks really good. It's sick. So yeah, that's some of the light side figures. We'll move on to the dark side. We'll cut it here. And then obviously we're going to get into opening some of the stuff in the back as well. So let's look at some of the open dark sides. I kind of did Shinate and Villain as a light side slash, you know, in the middle thing. I should have probably did them next. But anyway, let's get into the 3 other figures that were part of this Ahsoka show that we absolutely, I mean, it was a good show. It wasn't great, but the figures look bangers. So let's get into the dark side. All right, everybody, we are back to look at some of our favorite dark side figures that we've recently got in. And here we go. We have Captain Enoch and the Dark Trooper here. Now, this was part of that Toonback. I believe it was a Walmart exclusive. We did actually find this in the wild, and it was on sale in the wild, which was crazy. I think we paid 25 bucks for it. So I'm all in. For $12 a figure, I thought that was a great price. And with a figure like this, again, this is another example of, in my opinion, how Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series nails kind of the non-human figures, right? I mean, look at the detail here. I love the symbols here. Obviously, the face is great. The golds are bright. They look great. And again, he's just got this cracking and kind of, this is kind of like the seam work, kind of like maybe he's reworking his armor here a little bit. Yeah, he just looks great. I love the little shawl he's got here. And then under it looks good too. And I love just the burgundies, the kind of the darker burgundies, grays, and golds, and how it all makes everything pop. I mean, it just looks great. It's just a great looking figure. I mean, guys, I'm pretty sure as accurate, screen accurate as possible. We're not going to get into screen accuracy or anything like that. Like I said, this is just a fun Star Wars day to talk about some, you know, fun Star Wars figures. And then even just a blaster, you know, they did a real good job at, yeah, just putting some nice paint detail on there, some hints of gold here and there, and it just looks great. Yeah, so I mean, I really enjoy this figure. I love it, and it's, you know, he's obviously going to be integral. He's Captain Enoch, right? He's a captain of Grand Admiral Thrawn's Night Trooper Legion. So I mean, I think this is going to be fun. And then obviously you can now. You want Captain Enoch, right? I mean, to lead the troopers, all right, to a certain extent. So, you know, you got him over here, but then you get a Night Trooper, which is great. And I'm sure they're going to do a release of this and kind of do a 2-pack. If they're not already on the docket, guys, I'm sorry. I'm very bad with my upcoming releases for Star Wars and stuff. But, you know, again, you have the basic blaster, Stormtrooper blaster, which I didn't like. But again, I like the just the fun look of the Night Trooper, right? You got the grays on the helmet and stuff like that. I do even a little blue pop in here, which is really fun on the vents, on the helmet vents. So yeah, and you have the reds here, kind of the wrappings they use to kind of hold the armor up. Because there probably isn't anybody inside there but like a ghost element. So it's very cool. I love what they did. I think, again, they went screen accurate. They looked at their reference shots and they kind of got it right. I mean, I like this trooper, and I hope we can get more of these troopers down the road that are kind of in some different form or fashion. You know, they did the Endor trooper, the Rebel troop. So I mean, they may do something like that with this. That would be cool. Swappable faces, swappable heads for stormtroopers and stuff. Maybe if they go on that model of the Hoth trooper, and then the Rebel Endor trooper, it could be something fun for the dark side. And then we finally got Thrawn, guys and gals. Oh, guys, you know, he was a little bit more portly in the movie, right? But I think this kind of figure doesn't. It gets him to where, yes, he's not skinny, but his likeness is on. I mean, it looks good. It looks like Thrawn, guys. And I have no problem with this figure. If you are harping on this, I love the whole military kind of German style pant and stuff, and the suit looks accurate. He looks great. I love the slick back tear. This is Thrawn. I don't know what else to say. I mean, a very simple figure done well. done accurately, in my opinion. So I don't know. Let me know if, what you think in the comments below on any of these. I mean, I know there's a lot, like I said, a lot of people that are very vocal on constructive criticism when it comes to the Black Series. But again, I don't really have much bad things to say about this Thrawn release either. I mean, he looks great. He looks great next to Enoch, and he looks great next to the Night Trooper, and kind of getting that motif, try to put it on the display and get all the Ahsoka stuff together, and start curating that Ahsoka display now in our collections, which is really cool. So I really love all the figures that I picked up. I wouldn't have picked them up if I didn't like them. So with that said, I think you should add these to your collection, guys. Especially that Ahsoka, super value. It's great value right now, I think. I mean, you may even get it on sale soon. Keep a lookout for the clearance. I know the Night Troopers and stuff were on like super low. Even those Mandalorians and stuff. I mean, on Walmart for like 15 bucks a 2-pack, 20 bucks a 2-pack, 10 bucks a figure. I mean, if any of these figures went on clearance, including that IG, you should be picking that up on Walmart right now, because that's a sick figure right there. That's what I got to say about the list of stuff I've already opened. Obviously, I've had it in hand. I had it some time to kind of look at it, play with it, let it come to temperature, move it around. But let's open up a few that are in box and see what we think on the flip side. All right, everybody, before we bust it open or bust these open, we definitely want to show you the packaging really quickly. We did get this one from Amazon, the Revenge of the Sith Darth Sidious. This is a limited time deal, I think, just recently, so we got a little bit of money off it. So again, this was a wait and hold for us. But man, first impression, I love that sculpt. I'm gonna really love this figure. I'm a big prequel junkie. I mean, come on, guys, I'm 41 years old. I was all about the prequels back in high school. So yes, start of Revenge of the Sith line here. One, you have Sidious, you have obviously all this legalese and stuff like that, but this was the old school packaging design here. But yep, there we go. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Darth Sidious, #1. And then we have A New Hope, #9 in A New Hope series for Luke. We got the new Luke with the new head sculpt and the new body and everything new. So we can't wait to check this out as well. Get this busted open for y'all guys. Standard black. These are the new style, actually, of Black Series packaging that they came out. They went back to square design. I mean, who would have thunk it, right? I mean, very much throwback, I think, to like the original releases here in this box. Very looks like those Toys R Us days. I'm getting flashbacks. No, I'm just kidding, guys. We did go to Toys R Us just recently on one of our toy hunts. Make sure to check out all our toy hunts, guys and gals, because we find a lot of these figgies on the toy hunts. Not this one, but these two we did. And then we also have the Gara, the Dagon Gara, which I had mentioned on a toy hunt I really love, because again, I watched my wife play the video game, and yeah, I thought it was fun, and yeah, just a good time, good story, and gaming greats. I guess this is going to be in the regular line now. They will have the sticker on them though, and everything like that, but they will be incorporated, I guess, in the new waves moving forward, new retail waves. So with that said, let's start getting some of these out of the box and take a look at the figures. All right, everybody, welcome back to our Star Wars Day. We are back. We busted these open, these Hasbro Star Wars Black Series figures open, and we're very happy with the way they look. We love the accessories. We're going to start off with Dagon right here. Dagon Gara. Beautiful head sculpt. I mean, guys and gals, this is beautiful. They even got the little bit of that gold hint right here on the braid of the hair in the back, which is great. Love the tunic too. I love the kind of, it's almost like this kind of dirty brown color with the gold fringe here. Even this gold here pops like a green gold. A lot of the greens and the golds and stuff here. I love it. I love almost the High Republic design of this figure. It's beautiful. I love the pants as well. The boots look great, and the colors are great too. You have these like nice shiny gold, paint apps with this like matted paint, and it just pops. It makes everything pop. Again, the head sculpt's great. The saber hilt on this is great. Now, he was a little bit difficult. I think it was very much a little difficult to stand, because I think of the unevenness with having only the one arm there, but we got it in the pose where I think it'll work. So, and it works. It looks okay. I may switch it up later when I get off here and I have some more time to kind of figure it out. But love the way that figure is. That is a great looking figure, guys and gals. I mean, even that baby blues, because obviously the race he's got in the face. I mean, it looks so freaking good. I love that figure. Again, another example of how the Star Wars Black Series team takes a lot of these video game characters, a lot of these aliens and whatnot, and just makes right into your hands, right from the screen and into your hands. Love the way that looks. Next, we're gonna go over here and go to Farm Boy Luke. Now, Farm Boy Luke obviously is always going to be a controversial figure. This has been very controversial since day one-ish, right? We've had several releases of this figure. We've had archive releases of this figure. We've had Power of the Force carded, retro carded releases of this figure. This is the best Farm Boy Luke you're going to get Black Series wise, I think. I'm not going to buy another Farm Boy Black Series Luke ever again. I don't think you need to. I think if you're new to collecting, pick this one up. Forget about all the rest. Don't even look at them. Because you don't need to. This is the only one you need. Best facial ghost sculpt so far. They didn't nail it. But there's Hamill there. They didn't nail it, but there is Hamill there. Love the lightsaber. Looks great. In hand, looks fantastic. The hilt looks fantastic as well. I love the everything. I love the body on this figure. I love the way the tunic looks here. Just the garb. I love that. Even though that you get these double, well, it's not a double jointed. It's single jointed, but it's elongated, so you can get more flexibility and movement out of it. I do like it because you don't see a lot of the engineering here. It's kind of masked very well. Love that feature. I do also love that there are removable pieces here with the accessories. You can actually store his binoculars on the lightsaber hilt if you have the lightsaber in hand. And then you also have this pouch in the back here that Luke comes with that can be removable too, because at certain points of the movie he didn't have it on. So again, options. Love options, guys. So when you're giving us options, giving me options, giving collectors options, we're not going to complain. Now, I do like the boots here. I love that they got a little bit of a dirty look to them, a little bit of that kind of shading and stuff, maybe a little dry brushing over the top. But I dislike the fact that the rest of the whites are not dirty. Now, again, the pants are a little bit of a different color than the actual shirt that he's got on. This is a little bit more of that kind of eggshell creamy as opposed to this like super white. This is like almost like I would say like eggshell white, and then this is almost like a cream color. So again, you're gonna have a little differentiation here, but I feel that this is just too clean. This is too white, but that's fine. With that said though, this is a banger Luke, and I just brought out just to compare. There is the figure arts, and I'm telling you, if it was, I still am gonna go figure arts, because I think the figure arts, just even in the paint detail on the boots, the pants, etc., is just so much better, less cartoony. But man, if it wasn't for that golden head of his, I would say, I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to go SH Figure Arts. I think you should still get the SH Figure Arts figure. But this Black Series, man, if you're just doing Black Series, go Black Series. I'm telling you. I have the SH Figure Arts just because I do like a little bit of a mix mash of everything. But I got this for my Black Series shelf. So he goes in the Black Series shelf. Farm Boy Luke goes in my first 12 shelf. All right. So, I mean, from SH Figure Arts. I try to find the best. Okay, guys, if you don't know my Star Wars collection, go over to our toy room tour part 1. You'll see all my Star Wars, and you'll see what I mean by the first 12. But he's gonna go on my my just regular Black Series display for A New Hope. So there you go. Nice Farm Boy Luke there, guys. I am not disappointed. Let's move on to Sidious. All right, everybody. Now for the highlight. This Darth Sidious. OMG. Oh, this is just making me smile so much because we have waited so long for Darth Sidious. And they gave him, oh my God, the Force lightning effects hands. They had done a fantastic fantastic job. I believe a fantastic job on this facial sculpt, guys. This looks, in my opinion, incredible. I do like the fact that they went firmer hood, nice soft goods here. I like the incorporation of, guys, always on my wrestling figure reviews, I like the incorporation of dual goods. I love the firmer goods up here, especially for this style figure. I love the soft goods down here. Now on the bottom body, it's probably just a reuse of some, it looks like Luke. I mean, this looks like a farm boy Luke or some sort of a Return of the Jedi Luke. I mean, it could be even this patient. Yeah, this looks like the Luke Skywalker. You got the Luke Skywalker body on here, I think. But irrespective, it doesn't matter because you're never going to see it. And then the size of the lightsaber is perfect. I love the hilt on this thing. They actually nailed it. It looks great too. It's got that gold details in it and stuff. I mean, it could have been a little bit more pronounced, but I think it looks good. I mean, again, this figure was like on discount for like 16 bucks, guys. Crazy good price for this Sidious. I mean, you can't beat it really. I mean, even the detail here and the kind of little pin or lapel he's got on the hood area looks great. I have him pointing down because I need Yoda. I need the 2-pack. I don't have, what is it? It's Cody and Yoda, right, guys? I think it's Clone Commander Cody and Yoda. I need that 2-pack, and I know it's sold out everywhere. I'm going to try to find it at a show. I know we got a show coming up on February 2nd. For you all, if you haven't heard, we'll have obviously the show information in the description below for a link to everything. But yeah, this Darth Sidious, guys, is amazing. You can probably also have him like, I wish that you could get, oh, look, I mean, you could see it's under there, dude. Like, they're gonna make one without a hood, and it looks sick. And I want it for that Mace Windu scene, you know, where he's just like force lightning and Mace is fighting and they're oh my gosh, it's such a good scene. And then I want one, and then I want to use this one for my Yoda. I wanted to, but even with the Yoda scene, he doesn't come with the hood really. So I don't know. I gotta think about it. But I'm smiling just thinking about the possibilities with this Darth Sidious because it is a banger figure. I'm sorry. If anybody doesn't like this figure, I don't know why you wouldn't like this figure. I mean, he's got the Force Lightning, he's got the great lightsaber, he's got the cloth goods, and obviously the regular hood. I mean, the hard goods. I mean, great figures. This was Star Wars Day, so we just basically gave, I know this was like a love fest. I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of a Star Wars love, but I think the Star Wars community needs something like this right now. I think there's this division, there's this divisiveness, and not only in figure collecting, but in general. I think Star Wars, we need to get back to just loving it. We need to get back to also just actually respecting some of the figures that do come out. They're good. They're really good, actually. And I know that people are always going to have like problems with articulation and just, but there are certain things about the Black Series that I love. I never have anything break. I mean, unless it's an old figure. So that's one. Two, their droids are getting in. Their engineering on a lot of those droids are getting a lot better, especially on the troopers as well. So the facial sculpts are getting a lot better as well. So we're seeing these improvements, okay? And then three, I think they're also giving us a lot of what we're asking for now, too. You see some of the future waves, and it's not all that we want it to be, obviously, but they do and they are trying to incorporate some of those more nostalgic names and a lot of the stuff from the prequels, which for me, growing up at watching the prequels, like that was my Star Wars, basically. I mean, like, yeah, I'm all in. Raise my hand. Thank you so much. If you give me figures like we've seen today, I am all in. So I do want to give, even though I know the design team gets a lot of flack, and I want to give a shout out to one guy, and I think he's the guy that's the right guy for this design team, though, or this obviously Hasbro Star Wars Black Series team. Mr. Stevie, I think, is going to do a lot of good things for this IP, and a lot of good things for this team moving forward as we go into 2025, as we go into 2026. I think he is the mind that needs to be behind all of this, and if he can do that with the budget they get, and there's more flexibility with Lucasfilm and stuff on what they produce, because there's not a lot of movies coming out, so now we can go back. We can go back to prequels. We can go back to certain things and get those figures we know, because there's not really going to be any releases other than Ahsoka Season 2 and then the movie right now so far. With all that said, let's hope, let's pray that at least at Hasbro, Star Wars Black Series and Vintage Collection are in the right hands. With all that said, guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed some of these figures. I hope you enjoyed our Star Wars Day. We're going to hit you up with one of these in the beginning of February. It's going to be called First Tuesday, Turtle Tuesday. First Turtle Tuesday. We're going to do a Turtle Tuesday, and then we're going to also we're going to have a G.I. Joe Day as well. So we're going to do G.I. Joe, Turtles, Star Wars for you, all in one. We will do standalone figures as well from these lines when they're super like awesome and we want to like really focus on them. But in a lot of these we got backed up too. There was just so much released at the end of this year and the beginning of this year, at the end of last year and the beginning of this year for Star Wars, that we just had to come and bring it all together. So we hope you enjoyed everything. Comment below, obviously. Let us know what you think about these figures. Let us know if you're a Star Wars Black Series fan. Let us know what you're collecting right now. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys and gals, if you like more content like this, because we're going to give you more of it moving forward. Also, follow us on Instagram and our Whatnot channel. We do live sales. We do live streaming for cards and for action figures. So check us out there at Here to Collect SQD. May the Force be with you, and don't forget to join us on our next Star Wars Day.